Vic, stop asking to make out with Carly. It's so annoying.
Am I a fuck now?
Do we need therapy?
Yeah. Right about now, we're gonna take it from the top. Right about now, we're gonna take it from the top. Right about now, we're gonna take it from the top. Right about now, we're gonna take it from the top.
Cheers.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
I don't have my coffee. It's downstairs.
You want me to go get it really,
No,
really,
you
really
have to
quick?
go. No, you need a drink for the
Okay,
episode.
amazing.
Okay, hold that for
It's
me.
yeah.
Okay, I will be RB.
Yeah. Oh my god, like a little monkey.
You are.
Parkour. Yeah, you need like an emotional support drink.
Mm-hmm. This is nice.
When you guys went to therapy, did you guys ever like feel forced to bring a drink with you so you could have something to do with your hands while you're speaking about your trauma?
I don't think so.
No?
No, I was just fucking wrong.
Lady.
Thank you. I was also lying on a couch, so I couldn't.
You were lying down?
Yeah, it was psychoanalysis, Gil.
What?
It's literally like in the movies when you lie down.
I was just gonna say your life is a fucking movie.
It's so fucking annoying. I'm so fucking annoying.
Babe, when you go to therapy, do you
I thought you were gonna ask
bring
me
it,
again. I was
bring a drink? Yeah, while you're up, can you get?
Yeah, I do bring a drink to therapy.
Do you feel like you need to? Do you feel like weird if you don't have a water or something with you?
No, I don't feel weird. I get thirsty because I'm talking so much, so my throat gets dry.
Oh,
Yeah.
so
don't
not for the
really
same
need-
reasons I need a drink.
Guys, I'm so out of breath.
Okay,
I just wanted to give them that. Whoa. Hi,
I'm
Jasper.
really proud of us.
Okay,
We worked
now
really
let's
hard
cheers.
this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Good morning, guys.
Morning.
I just wish we were a bit closer because I feel like it looks so stupid when we go to Cheers and it's like,
You know what would be funny?
Reaching.
If we just created us, like, just put that one here and then we were all just sitting, like, face to, like, noses to noses.
I mean, that
Oh
would
my
be
God.
basically the same as the couch or the bed.
Yeah, but then the
Yeah, but you're
cameras
so
would be like weird.
yeah.
Yeah.
But then we could kiss.
Well, we could kiss.
We could, yeah, we could make out.
Do it.
Okay, do we need to clap?
You guys could too if you
really wanted to. If you really
yeah,
wanted to.
yeah, like
Twist our arm.
Stop asking us. Oh my god.
Vic's immediately like, I have to go.
Yeah, yeah. Vic has,
I
a
have to go.
Vic has a swollen little eyeball today.
Yeah.
Oh, why?
I don't know. I got beat up in my sleep last night.
Are we podcasting?
Yeah.
I just kept asking if we needed to clap again, and nobody answered.
No,
Oh, no,
Oh.
let's.
we're podcasting.
Okay, sounds
So
good.
what happened to your eye?
I just woke up and apparently a ghostie just fucking wrecked me in my sleep because I had like my lips were covered in blood.
Kate,
what?
To confirm, it was not me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your lips were covered in blood?
It was Jasper.
It was just for sure.
Yeah, and like I mean, I'm sure it was just like they got dry.
Yeah.
But I like woke up and this eye was swollen and literally just blood everywhere, and I was like, oh,
Oh my
Okay.
god.
Interesting.
not a great sleep.
Terrifying.
That's all right. We'll get through it.
Yeah, we're
I have a
powering
coffee
through
now, so it's fine.
Yeah.
it. And I'll make you another one right after.
I
that.
love you for
I
that.
love you
Thank
too.
you.
And you went to bed at like 1:30, and then me.
I didn't.
Oh yeah, you were scrolling for a bit, but me,
Oh.
Carl, and Murph stayed up till about 4:30 talking. And
Yep.
I feel hungover,
Yeah.
minus the fun of alcohol. It was
Yeah.
just the fun of serotonin talking.
Love that for us.
Yep.
The stories you were telling were fucking crazy.
Jamie is one of the best storytellers I've ever met.
That depends on who you ask.
The way you tell stories, you make them interesting
Yeah.
and the right amount of dramatic,
Yeah.
and you're not bad to look at either.
Oh. Quit flirting with me.
Okay.
I'm right here.
You're next.
Vic, stop asking to make out with Carly. It's so annoying.
Am I a cuck now?
I make you a cock.
Yeah,
oh my
imagine.
god.
That's crazy.
I love it.
That would be so fucked up. In the best way. I would just be,
Okay.
like,
Yeah.
Love.
so surprised because you don't give cuck energy.
Let me work on it.
Whatsoever.
I'm working on it. Stand by. Give me 3 months.
I feel like it
tops.
would depend. Like, I don't know. Anyways, what's the worst date you guys ever been on?
Ooh.
This is one of my favorite stories to tell ever.
Okay, we're
Oh
all
my God, I'm
listening.
excited.
Everyone, put your listening ears on.
So I think it was in 2019, and I was in LA for a month. And at this point in time, I had no idea I was gay. So I was out on dates with men. I had matched with this guy on Hinge. And he was very handsome and he seemed very kind. So we like set up a time to go out on a date. And he suggested the Grove. Have you been to the Grove in LA?
Yeah.
It's like an outdoor mall.
Yeah, I love it.
It's a really cool place. I had never been, and I was like, fuck yeah. Like, I'm so excited. We were going to go for sushi, and I was like,
Oh my god.
this is going to be a great date.
Shopping and sushi? The dream.
Right?
Yeah.
Couldn't be any better. Then I got there. Was not great. We sat down at the sushi place, and within 5 minutes, this guy started going on a 45-minute spiel about how he was an alcoholic for 11 years, a drug addict. And I was like, okay.
Like recovered?
Yeah, he was sober,
Okay.
which, like, so happy for you. It just, I didn't know that was where we were going to get
Yeah.
to within
Yeah.
the first
Not
5
the
minutes
normal
of
icebreaker.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay. And like, it was like, I wasn't
not
getting
holding
I was not getting a single word in. It was just a 45-minute TED talk about this guy's experiences. And I was like, you know what? Like, if that's something that you need to get on the table, because like, if you're going into something with somebody new, like that's something you want them to know, no problem. It was just, I was not needed for the conversation.
It was between him and him.
Yeah.
Yes. And literally after the 45 minutes, he goes, okay, so tell me about yourself. I was like, I don't really know how to follow up that.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I fucking love getting wasted.
well, because it started off because I was like, oh, I might get a drink. Do you want one? And he was like, no.
Oh, that's how we segued into it.
Yeah.
Okay. Aw, though.
No, and like, but like the stories were aggressive. And I was like, oh, okay. I just wasn't ready.
Yeah.
Like he was like oversharing too much right at the
Yeah,
beginning.
like was like getting into like telling me about how his mom was doing something, and I wish I remembered the stories, but I would never tell it because that would be the whole podcast. Anyways, so we get done talking about his life, and so he asked like, tell me about yourself. And I was like, oh, well, I'm a content creator. And he's like, that's so fucking funny because my entire Instagram is me just shitting on influencers. And I was
Charming.
Match made in heaven.
Wait,
like, sick.
can I ask you a personal question?
Of course.
Did you not screen his Instagram before going on a date with him?
I think I like had briefly looked at it just to make sure he was real.
But you didn't look at, like you didn't see any of these
I think it
videos?
was like mostly his like stories and stuff because like he I mean he was posting like fucking gym pics, so I don't know if that was him making fun of influencers, but
That's
Right.
obviously Vic's type. Is gym rats.
the shirtless gym pics.
Should we go to Herc's later?
Get a protein shake.
So I was like taken aback, obviously. I'm like, okay, great. Well, this is clearly not going to go well. We finished dinner and he's like, do you want to go see a movie? And I was like, I didn't know the Grove had a movie theater. And he was like, no, actually, I live across the street. I was like, that's why we're here. And he wouldn't let up. He's like, no, like seriously, like, do you want to go watch a movie? I was like, no, I really don't. And he's like, okay, well, like, let's just walk around the Grove for a little bit. And he just kept trying to pressure me. And he was like constantly asking like to get the address that I was staying at. He was like, I'll call you an Uber. And I was like, no, I don't want you to. I don't want you to know where I'm staying.
Terrifying.
So I eventually just called Uber and left. But it was terrifying. And the follow-up, because I had talked to you about this a little bit. COVID had hit.
Oh yeah.
And this motherfucker sent me a DM saying, oh my God, like it's been so long. How have you been? Whatever. And then immediately goes, can you send me nudes?
Absolutely.
Same.
Yeah.
Yes, but
No.
ick for him.
Yeah, no, it was bad. Anyways,
Awful.
This was the same guy?
Yep.
Oh my God.
this was also months.
He was so
Months.
handsome though.
Was he?
Oh my
you
god.
saw photos?
Yeah.
Oh.
So handsome. I was like, I need to see him immediately, and he was.
Like he was a very handsome guy. He was just
Yeah.
really strange.
Yeah.
Tough day.
So anyways, that was probably my worst date. It's just not the vibe that I was going for.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole
100%.
time I can just see you being so fucking uncomfortable, like crawling out of your skin, needing to leave.
I was like, okay, And like, of course, the entire time I'm just like trying to be supportive because I'm like, I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
But also, I
don't
just
know
wasn't
you.
ready. Hi, I'm Victoria. Nice to meet you.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Oh my god.
I don't think I
That's
really dated like that.
I know you didn't need to.
Okay.
Whoa, shots fired from across the
Yeah.
couch.
No,
no,
like
I
in a
didn't
good
want
way.
to
Oh.
in terms of like, yeah, I get no. I did need to, but I didn't. This makes me sound absolutely terrible. I'm literally trying to filter it, but I'm just going
can't
to say
wait.
it and then maybe justify myself for the rest of the 25 minutes of podcast. But I feel like I didn't want to waste. I didn't want to be like a serial dater. You know what I mean? Like dating, like, you know, like dating 4 women at the same time to see if there was anything, and like going for like expensive meals and dinners and this and that. I was just kind of like, all right.
Yeah.
If I feel like I meet somebody that like I actually really want to do that with, then I'll do it. And that was what, like 3 people in my life, maybe.
That makes sense though. Why would you have to justify that?
Thank
Let's
you.
unpack that.
No, no.
Can I
moving
tell
on.
you guys a secret?
Oh my god.
Yes.
Jamie and I never went on a first date.
Never.
Well, you had to have actually
Eventually.
because the first date you went on was your first date.
No, but like, that's true.
But I don't know,
Crazy
idiots.
math. Yeah.
But like, I think it was like a long while into
Yeah.
us actually dating.
Because
We went for
pandemic.
we always ate out. Like it was during the
Yeah, you
pandemic.
did.
So like it depends how you see it. Like wait, what? Nervous laughs. Like when you came, I guess I see my first date with you as when you like came up and we actually spent the weekend and like I cooked you duck and like those, like that's technically a date. It was a pandemic. I don't know what you wanted me to do. Bring you to a circus? Kind of into it. Not you. Oh my god,
sass.
you're so afraid of the sass. No, I don't mean. Sorry, I didn't mean like
That's
that.
okay. I mean,
Also, you're afraid of clowns, so I feel like I
yeah,
just
that would
triggered
have
you with
been
circus.
literally
Your worst
so rude.
so rude.
Oh my god, baby, I
So
got
rude
us
of
tickets
you.
for the coolest thing. Big like panic attack the whole time.
So how long into you guys being together did you actually go? Like, did you care that there was no like first official?
No, because we jumped like right fucking into it. Like the first weekend I was there, I
yeah,
met
you're
all of your
lesbians.
friends.
What do you expect?
I met all of the lesbians that week.
Like all of my friends in
Yeah.
Ottawa. But I think it was just one of those things that like it was a pandemic. We were just getting out of like it was out of the first lockdown, and it was like I don't have time to like slow this down. I was just cooped up for 2 years or a year, whatever it was at that point. And so we just like did things. Like we actually like went out with friends and like did things. You met pretty much everybody in my life.
Within the first 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But including Kath.
My mom. God, we're U-Haul lesbians. Did you guys U-Haul?
No, not
No,
at all.
not really.
Like, I mean, in the sense of like we were together every day, like hanging out, but we waited a year to move in. She moved to Toronto. We did
Yeah,
like,
after we dated, we were
long
dating
distance,
for-
not really, but obviously like
Yeah.
that for a year. Yeah, no,
We
weren't
we were dating for like 3 months or something, and I was like, well, I'm moving an hour and a half away. Bye. And then
we were official, and she decided to move.
because I had already had plans to move to Toronto before I met her. So I didn't want that, like me getting in a relationship to stop me. Like, I'm like, I still need to live my life for me. I felt like I had like lived my life for other people, the whole other part of my life. So I'm like, fuck this. Like, I need to just do what's
Good
best
for
for
you.
me.
Yeah, that's
and
really
so I
great.
still moved. And then, but
I thought we were gonna break up. I was like,
Yeah, you didn't
well,
think
we're
we were
not
gonna
lasting
make
this.
it.
That's crazy. Like I had no energy to do that. Like I was like, I'm not trying to drive an hour and a half multiple times a week. Like,
but you found the energy.
but I found the energy.
Here we are.
Yeah, you found something.
Yeah. Basically, I was going on a first date, and we went to a nice restaurant. It was a really good date. She wanted to hang out after. She's like, I know a bar where I know the owner, and no one's there. Like after hours or whatever, we can go and we can just go drink with the owner. And I was like, okay, sick. So we went to this bar. The owner brought out a bottle of tequila about this size. This is why I don't drink tequila. Backstory. I drank the whole bottle of tequila, and I've
Yeah.
never been more blackout in my life. Like I just don't remember the night at all. I was so incredibly wasted. But what I do remember is on the way out, I was like, oh my God, like I need to go to the bathroom to throw up. And so she was waiting for me.
You told her that you were going to throw up?
No, I said, I'm just going to go to the bathroom. That's what I said. And then
I'm sure she could put it together.
yeah. And so it was one of those bathrooms that like, there's just one toilet and the door closes. So let's say, Vic, you're the toilet. Brian?
I literally was going to
not
say,
the
that
human
sounds
toilet.
a little too familiar.
So I open the door, right? And I get to right here and I projectile vomit over the whole bathroom. Couldn't even get to the toilet. It was that bad. Everywhere. All over the floor. And she's knocking on the door being like, are you throwing up in there? And I don't know what I said. And then...
And obviously, it's only you two and the owner in the bar. So it's very obvious who threw up in the bathroom.
Like there's no
They were the only ones there.
Yeah. But it was literally, when I tell you, I just threw up tequila. It was like a bottle of tequila just got spilled on the floor.
So basically, you cleaned the bathroom.
Exactly. I disinfected.
I did
You
not
did
that
them a favor.
visual.
Yeah,
Holy
exactly.
fuck.
Then we leave the bar and she's like, just so you know, I'm not going to kiss you. And I was like, yeah, I figured that.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
But I will say I did get a second date. Don't know how.
That's
Which is
crazy.
The W
crazy.
Riz.
I know, you're
You
very
hate that
charming.
Hate that word.
know.
I also find this isn't anything against you personally for this story. I think whenever I'm hanging out with somebody, whenever I used to hang out with somebody, sorry. I think like not being able to hold their liquor was like one of my biggest icks.
Okay, I'm sorry.
A whole bottle?
Bottle of tequila the
win.
first time.
You win. That's what I'm saying. This isn't personal to you.
Okay. No, I get it. Yeah. When you're like sloppy drunk.
Yeah, like
and you're
after like a few drinks and like just somebody who just like can't hold their liquor, they get like immature. Like I don't think you were getting immature. You were just absolutely fucking
I was like, I need to
plastered.
throw up.
And like other people who just get like really sloppy and like touch your face all the time. But that's like one of my
yeah.
biggest icks. And I'm like, nah.
Same.
So I'm glad that wasn't you. I'm also glad you got a second date. That's beautiful. Did you get a third?
And then she was pregnant.
You got her pregnant?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
No, I
You
didn't
worked
get a
third.
third because she was pregnant. Anyone else?
Yeah.
You have a
yours
bad
is
date?
bad.
I have a good one. So basically, my friends and I, this was actually my first escape room experience. So I went with a bunch of girls. This was like, I don't even know how young I was. I was so fucking young. I went with a bunch of girls from my work. We went to this escape room. There was like 8 of us doing it. And this one had like live actors in the escape room.
No.
And so there was this, but it wasn't like a spooky one. It was like a Murdoch mystery like type shit.
Okay.
So
What could they
there's
be doing?
this,
Hello.
there's this- yeah.
Hello. Hello. I'm Jamie Fine.
Hello.
Yeah, he literally sounded like that.
Remind me to tell that story after. Continue.
Okay.
Oh my god, I'm not gonna be able to get to this without thinking about that. Fuck. So basically, there was this live actor, and he was standing like behind this wall, and he was like very cute, very handsome, and so obviously he was like staying in character, but we were kind of like eyeing each other through. You know what I mean?
Are you
Like,
getting into the role play?
So we're like eyeing each other, whatever. We didn't speak at all, right? Because like he just couldn't talk 'cause he's a fucking actor. And then we were leaving the escape room, and all my friends and I are like going to the parking lot, and then I hear like, hey, and then I turn around and it's the actor like coming out, but he was kind of like on the stair thing, so I could like, we weren't like eye level, and he's like, honest, and this is in front of all my friends, he's like, I just wanted to know if like I could take you out on a date. And
Romantic.
bold. Also, it was me and 8 girls, and like,
Yeah, that's confidence.
Imagine all the girls being like, me?
yeah. No, he was like looking directly at me, but I was like, wow, bold. I initially was like so attracted to the confidence. I'm like, wow, that's like crazy of you to ask, but like, sure. So I gave him my number. And then we're like texting for a few days. Conversation's going really well. He invites me out on this like coffee date. So we meet at this coffee shop, like downtown Toronto. And when I tell you, I was so stunned because I'm a tall girl. I'm 5'9". Okay. So meet up. I see him walking towards me, and the closer he comes, I'm immediately like, oh fuck.
He's just shrinking as he comes.
He
Yeah.
was literally like 5'5", 5'6". Okay, so instantly I'm like, fuck. And like, I just personally, like, there's nothing wrong with like tall girls being with short guys. I personally, it makes me feel really uncomfortable. So please don't cover me. That's my own experience. I just always want to be the shorter one, which like, I never, no, but at least me and you are almost the same height. But like when someone's significantly shorter than me, I don't like that personally. So instantly I was like, oh fuck. And I'm like, okay, you know what? But he has a great personality, and I'm pansexual. So like personality is like the biggest thing ultimately. We go up to the thing to order coffee, and he invited me out on this date. Okay. So I wasn't like expecting him to pay, but he's going up, ordering our drinks. And then they were like, okay, it's going to be like $4, whatever. Okay. It was honestly so heartbreaking. He like obviously didn't have enough money to pay for the date, and he was pulling out like nickels and dimes and whatever. And then I was like, oh fuck, like I feel so bad. And I had like offered to pay, and I don't know if he like let me pay for this, but he just like kind of stood there like doing whatever. And I was like, okay. So instantly I'm just feeling like kind of awkward about the whole thing. So then we sit down, and he immediately just starts going off about like how he's such a stoner. All he does is smoke weed, and like
Oh my God.
career goals and this and that. And I was like, oh, like it was just like a combination of everything. And then I had told him earlier on, like, because he asked like what my plans were, and we had met at like 12:30 in the afternoon, and he asked what my plans were for the day, and I was like, oh, I'm hanging out with my friends at like 7 p.m.
Oh no.
So he took that as we could hang out from 12 to like 7 p.m. So I'm done the coffee date, and I'm like, okay, well, like this fun. He's like, oh, well, you don't have plans till 7, so like let's.
No,
Yeah.
don't quote her.
And
Carly can't
came with
fucking
the
say no.
receipts.
Yep.
So she's like, well, this is
Yeah,
my
I'm a
life
people
now.
pleaser. I literally couldn't say no. I was stuck
This
there.
is my life now.
Yep.
Committed forever.
Literally, yeah.
You may as well just get married at this point.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I was like, ah, fuck my life. And then we were just like walking around this little market, and he was like holding my hand, but it just felt so uncomfortable because he's literally like half my size.
He's like this,
I
holding
felt
your
like,
hand.
yeah, I felt like he was my child, and it was
Give
just,
me your finger.
the what?
He's like,
Love that guy.
That was literally what it was
Oh
like.
my God,
and
people are gonna come for us.
I know.
We love a short king. I'm a short king.
We're
He's a short
dating
king.
short kings.
Shut up. Yeah. So
But
just love us.
Like it was just, I think it was just everything. Like, and I think if he was like the most amazing person, I think I would have had a hard time like not going on a second date with him. Like I would have a hard time ending it solely because of the height thing.
Right.
But it was just the whole situation. Like he had like no career goals. Like he had no motivation, no ambition. Like him not being able to pay for the coffee was like not the thing that like sent me over the edge. It was like, first I and I guess this is like controversial, but like I think if you're inviting someone on a date, you should be able to like pay for the date. If you're the, like, if I asked him, then I feel like I should have paid for the date.
Fair.
But like if he was asking me, and I just think like there's so many other things that we could have done that didn't involve like we could have done anything for free. You know, we could have just went and like sat at a park or like played a game or like done anything. So I just felt like money is so awkward.
Yeah,
It's so
yeah. And I also
uncomfortable.
think that like when you're talking about, I think like I don't know if it's a societal thing or whatever. Like I'm more masculine presenting. I've always envisioned somebody shorter than me. Like
Yeah.
I want a shorter femme.
Yeah.
I've always thought about that. With Vic, I remember we were like DMing at first, and she was like, "Can I ask you a question? How tall are you?"
Did I ask you that?
Yes. And I remember being like,
Size is your feet.
Here we go.
like, I'm 6'2". I was
In a
like,
man's world, you're 6'2".
Exactly.
And you know when a girl's asking, it's because they're tall.
There,
Yeah.
exactly.
And you
And
know-
so
yeah.
immediately I was like, fuck. I was like, I'm 5'8". And you had said you were 5'11", which you are, I think.
I'm like 5'10" and a half.
yeah.
You're 5'11" for sure.
Okay. I'm 5'11".
I hated that. I got
Sorry,
a
you're five-
guttural
you're probably 5'9".
reaction
She
to that.
You're probably
actually almost punched you in the throat.
No, literally. Like, but anyway,
You want this?
yeah. I remember being like, okay, And I remember being really nervous for you to come up because I had never been with somebody taller, and I always
Never, ever?
ever, and I we got to tell that story. And I remember just being like, no, like in my head I was throwing like this tantrum.
You're punching the air.
Literally, because I was like, fuck, she's so hot and we get along so well, but you're taller, this is never gonna work.
Yeah.
And we're also 3 years in, and you still throw a temper tantrum.
Literally, like stomp my
Still
feet
haven't gotten over
tantrum.
it.
Yeah. And I just think that like with that guy, it would be one of those things that like if his personality was what you wanted and everything else went so right, you would have ended up not caring.
Yeah.
But like there wasn't enough to like sway that initial I want to be with somebody taller, that's what I picture myself with, blah, blah, blah. Like we all have a type kind of thing. But yeah, like I had a type and you're everything about my type except for the height. And now it's like not an issue at all, but it is an issue, but it's not an
I
issue.
just cry every night about it, but
Yeah,
doing great.
but I love her. So.
In Little Spoon.
Yeah.
You're literally testing me today.
Those are fighting words.
Those are literally fighting words. I need to tell this escape room story. Speaking of escape rooms, so the reason we keep going, hello. So we went to this escape room in Ottawa, myself, Vic, and my brother-in-law, and fuck our dogs.
I
There's
know,
just
my
hair
mouth is,
all
I'm literally
over.
I'm chewing on everyone's hair.
I know.
Yep.
So we go to this escape room, myself and I, Vic, my brother-in-law, my sister, and we're like, they want you to like stay at the bar, have a drink or whatever before they bring you down. We go down to the basement. We sit in this like room, and this girl's the one that like brought us down, and she just like kind of, I guess, was like the host or something at the front up top, and she brings us down, and she puts us in this room, and she's like, hey, like, okay, like, so here are the rules. And she's like, okay, so like the butler, he's going to come in soon and take you into the room. Cause then you start like the role playing aspect of escape rooms. And it's like, okay, part of it. She comes back with just a vest and goes, hello, pretends to be the butler, but she said usually we were used to escape rooms where like somebody brings you down and then somebody else comes.
Yeah, like it's an actual actor.
An actor. But she was just like a one-trick pony, baby, and she just comes in with a vest as if it's like a completely new disguise. Hello, welcome to, and just went in this full description of the room.
No, I could
hilarious.
not.
And we couldn't listen to the description because we just died laughing. And my sister Lauren literally
You guys
was
were just laughing in her face.
oh my god, but she like knew, like it was hilarious. But my sister's just so nice and sweet and wholesome, so she was like, okay. And just was trying to support her as best as possible, and the three of us are just shitting ourselves laughing because it was so funny.
Oh, we love Lowen.
Lowen.
Hi, Lowen.
Hi, Lowen.
Oh my.
Oh my
Hello,
god.
Lowen.
I love Lowen.
So funny.
And I fucking love escape rooms.
Oh my god.
Like we
I
did
really
back-to-back escape rooms like 2 nights ago.
Yep.
And the one was
We've
so-
never done that, have we?
Oh, we
Yeah,
did.
we had
that
Yeah.
shit
Oh.
experience back to back.
That was. I don't even consider it.
Yeah.
Flight 69.
That was the same place,
Yeah.
but our host wasn't there. That was probably the problem.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, no, that was
Oh
shit.
fuck! What a genuine reaction. Yeah, no, we should do an escape room tonight. If anybody hasn't done escape rooms before, it's actually fucking fun.
It is.
It's crazy.
I was so afraid to do them until we met. Oh, I guess our first one was with Lauren and Zach.
Yeah.
But like, you guys were so conveniently into them as well. But I was so nervous because I was like, oh, it's kind of like cringy, I think. Like, I judged them so hard. Like, people who were really into fucking escape rooms, that was icky to me. Like, I was like,
Ironic.
yeah, I know. And now I'm icky to myself.
I think I remember going into the first one being so stressed because I was like, I'm going to be the most useless person in this fucking escape room because I didn't think that I would do well under pressure like that.
Yeah.
You were amazing.
You're fucking great at escape rooms.
I appreciate
You just think
so
about
much.
things that like we're all talking about, but you're so sweet and wholesome, and you're so just like quiet, and like I just love you. I love you. But like we'll all be like yelling things out, and you'll be like, guys, and we'll be like, okay, I got a key. We gotta get the key in this hole, and it's like, guys. And like for like 10 minutes,
like
you're
this-
like, guys,
I'm like, this is the next door.
the escape is done.
We got out.
I got us out.
But like
Right here.
literally, you just are so quiet that we're all just like still frantically running around.
Oh, so funny.
My sweet angel.
Oh my god. I feel like I'm still fucking traumatized from them putting the bag over my head.
Yeah, that was different.
Not
I feel like we need to
your
explain that.
role play that you guys would be into.
Yeah, we did this escape room, and it was, to start off, they had to like take a victim, and so I volunteered.
I volunteer trivia.
And I'm literally a fucking germaphobe, and they put this like, or tried to put this like nasty ass fucking bag over my head and to like chain it up so I'm like a prisoner or something. And I immediately was like, nope, you have to figure something else out, because like I'm a germaphobe, you're not fucking putting that thing on my
Not
head.
you
Like,
ruining their entire game.
oh yeah. And he's like, well, we clean it every day. And I'm like, every day isn't good enough, Izzy. I'm like, I need like between every client, I want new ones every time, or like a safety lining or something. So I literally
Not you suffocating in a safety line.
I would have rather suffocated than put that fucking nasty ass thing on my head. To be
Okay.
honest.
Crazy.
So yeah, I end up having to put my whole fucking sweater wrapped around my head and then put the bag on top of my
When
head.
you took, because the whole premise was you had to plug all these little things into little holes, and then you got the key, blah blah. When you took the bag over your head, like off, and then there was still hood in front of your face, I was like, "Is this still part of the game? Like, are we not done with another key?"
I remember looking at you being like, did he make you put your fucking sweater inside out backwards over your face?
I literally, my first thought was, "What if you didn't have a sweater?"
yeah, like
Do they provide a sweater?
No, that was my own free will. I was like, sorry, Izzy, this is the best that's gonna happen.
So funny. Speaking of role play, do you guys role play?
never.
No, I can't.
Never?
I
Never.
can't get into it.
I think I would. First of all,
Hello, drop your panties. I'm Lady Fine. I'm Lady Fine. Who are you? I'm Sir Fine.
I like that.
Yeah, Sir Fine's crazy. I'm Sir Fine. Drop your knickers.
Knickers.
I think I would be terrible at role play because I have.
Can't confirm.
She just goes right back into it.
Hello, Sir Fine. I will drop my knickers for you. Get in the bed.
No, I would be so bad at it.
Yeah,
just,
because you're too literal. You're like, I'm
Yeah,
not
I'd
British.
be like, what? What
It
did you
was
say?
funny, isolated, but had nothing to do with her, and I'm confused.
Because you guys are British and she's such a literal person that
Yeah.
she'd be speaking British.
Like,
and
she
then
literally
role
can't even
play, she'd
lie.
be Like,
Like,
I'm
as
not
a joke.
British.
You
Yeah.
are so honest, you wouldn't even know what to do.
Yeah.
I'm not a firefighter. That's what you would do.
Or like the teacher kind of thing. I'd be like,
I don't teach.
I don't know math.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Are you pointing at the whiteboard? The chalkboard? That's a crazy role play.
Carly and I love role play.
Really?
Brother, sister.
It used to be sister, now it's brother-sister.
Now that I've transitioned.
It used to be like the stepbrother.
Well, yeah, not blood. That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, you have to say that because some people are into
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Okay. Love that for you. I think that's hot. I think I'm trying
I
to
feel like
support
that's
you.
Oh my
your-
God. Can I ask you guys a personal question?
Yeah.
Sorry. Did you guys arrive, orgasm when you first had sex?
Absolutely not.
Oh,
I don't
that
think so.
absolutely is crazy. Sorry. My condolences.
Oh wait, with her.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant like the first time we ever had sex.
Yeah.
Actually,
Actually,
orgasms, but still.
I didn't.
she
Yeah.
didn't, and I was so devastated because I had never been with like a partner. I mean, other than like drunk nights for sure, but like a partner that I cared about, and like I'd already cared about you by the time like I invited you to Ottawa. Like I was like, fuck. Yeah, and then it did. Yeah, I know that's contradicting because I thought it was gonna be a 1 weekend stand and it'd be for sure, but like I was so I don't do sleepovers. Like I never did sleepovers, and I hated when people stayed over.
Yeah, but if you made me go home after
That- no,
after
have a nice
driving
5-hour
from
drive.
Toronto,
But that's what I'm saying is
That's
that
crazy.
That
is
would've
that
been crazy.
for me to invite you up, knowing that
Fair.
you were staying there
That's
for
fair,
3
yeah.
days was such a big deal to
That's
me.
a huge commitment, especially because you guys hadn't met.
No, we've been
Also-
talking
Yeah.
for like a couple months or something. I don't even know.
I mean, I don't think we had planned how long I was going to stay, though. I think it still could have been a one-night thing
Yeah.
because then your friends asked me to stay.
For sure, but like I also knew that you were going to. I also was like, one night it wasn't the amount of nights, it was a night sleeping
Yeah.
over
Right.
that I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
And so by the time I invited you up, I was like, okay, like I'm into her enough to do this.
Right.
And then what were we talking about before? 'Cause
Orgasms.
so blunt. But so yeah, we like slept together, and she couldn't finish, and I was like, challenge accepted, but like in a mad way, not like a fun way, because I had already cared about her enough.
Yeah, sorry.
That's okay.
Sorry
But
about
can
that.
you tell the people why, so I don't feel too insecure?
I just like never had the space of being comfortable with a partner that they ever cared enough to try to make me orgasm. So it just like I don't think I ever really like I just couldn't find the comfort in
Right.
relaxing enough to do that with anybody. And obviously like it was our first time ever really meeting.
Yeah.
And I think it was just like I couldn't relax.
Yeah.
I
And
just
that's
couldn't
with
relax.
most
And I was so
women.
nervous.
It's
So
all mental.
Yeah.
So mental.
Well, and like the thing is that like I'm a touch me not as well, right? So all the focus was on her. So I think that
You didn't come.
no. I think the first like few times I'm always with somebody new, like I just want to like learn their body so much that like it's just like so about them, and it was so about you that like that's why I was so devastated, because I was like, oh my god, like okay, I just have to learn her body. But also we can cut this if you don't want it in here, but
No, I don't care.
So
it took me a while.
it took you a while, but it was like I think like a month or two before you had an orgasm with me. But previously you had only had one orgasm with one person before.
Yeah.
Previous partner. So she had never come from sex.
Mm-hmm.
So like it was so to me, I was like devastated about that, because I was like, oh my god. But then it was also this frustration, admittedly, of like I'm a touch me not, and so I only get off on her getting off, and she's not getting off. So I'm like, I'm having a good time.
Yeah.
And
What are we doing here?
Yeah, literally. But it took work, but it ended up being like like one of the most rewarding processes for me. Anyway, love you.
I love you too.
Does anyone actually come like the first ever time they have sex though?
I
Is
mean,
that a thing?
I feel like
well,
if,
men, but besides
Yeah.
that,
I would say it's probably like 0.01% of people come from sex the first time.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like that would be crazy. That would be fucking crazy.
Imagine like
To come
having
the first time?
mind-blowing sex the first time you ever have sex.
Well, for men, I'm sure it is. And that's not like even a bad thing. It's just like for women, like it hurts the first time usually,
Yeah.
and like it's it's such a crazy. I think it's a different experience, as
Yeah.
everyone's very open about.
And I don't know if this is just because and I guess you can attest to this because you've also been with men, but I feel like my experience of sleeping with men is like you have to like perform and like put on a
100%.
show, and it's like you make it all about them, like you're doing everything to get them off. So then going from that to then like being with someone that like only cares to like pleasure you, and like that's their one fucking
Yeah.
mission in life. It's like
It's
such a
it's
weird
honestly
transition,
scary.
and it's so intimidating.
Yeah.
Like, it's actually fucking scary.
Because then it's like you actually have to kind of be like vulnerable for once and like let somebody treat you that
and
way,
like
and you're
almost like
just like,
drop
wait,
the
what?
act, and like that's like really hard to let go of, especially
Yeah.
if you're used to that. you know?
Exactly.
Like I mean, when we were first together, I was obviously faking orgasms, like because I just didn't even.
What? I'm just kidding. I know.
That's crazy to me, faking orgasms.
No, but like, well, I think that's a lot. I mean,
I think it is a lot of people for sure.
I faked
I'm like
every
Vic
orgasm
could never
ever.
lie.
That's
I
crazy.
don't. You haven't faked an orgasm, right? Or have you?
No, you have. Aren't you didn't you say you're like the best? Wait,
Are you?
I feel
you've
like
never
said
faked an
no.
orgasm?
I couldn't even like okay, let me tell you a really quick story. This is like a little side note because it was fucking hilarious. I would never sit there and be like, yeah, oh my god, that was such an amazing orgasm. I had this guy that I hooked up with. He like finished and then he threw me a towel as if I like needed to clean up an orgasm for myself, and I was like, I certainly didn't get off.
You said that to him?
I was just like, what is this for?
That's crazy.
But like, I would never sit there and be like, that was an
Yeah.
amazing orgasm. Like, no.
Also, he threw you a towel.
Yeah, that was fucked up. But like, anyways,
Interesting.
I just like,
Ick.
I would, I also like, okay, also, no. You go back to your story and then we'll, sorry, I
We're
had a stroke.
chaos. We're not awake.
What was it? Oh yeah. So wait, what was I even saying?
We
were
were
saying you're
faking
faking orgasms.
orgasms.
Oh
in
yeah,
the
so like
beginning.
we were faking orgasms in the beginning, and then we end up having this like long conversation about like faking orgasms, and so we were both like, yeah, we've been faking it, but it's hard to like let yourself get there when you're so used to like having sex one way and like all about pleasing the other person. So we like made a pact. We're like, okay, from this day on, we will never ever ever fucking fake an orgasm again, and that was like over 3 years ago. And I haven't faked one since.
Good for
I love
you.
that for you.
I think that it's it used to be one of my biggest insecurities. Like if somebody ever did that, because like for me, it was genuinely like how is anybody supposed to learn like somebody's body
It's so
if they are
true.
faking it? Because it's like, to be honest with you, you're wasting your own time and my time. Like, don't do me any favors. Like, I'm here to please you. So like, if you're gonna fake an orgasm, like it's not doing literally anybody any service. And like,
Yeah.
and like sex, yeah, I imagine with a lot of people, they get used to just like the quick one and done. And like, it's very like, at that point, like you lose all intimacy. It's just kind of like this action that you keep doing. And for me, it was so, like sex is so opposite. So, I think especially because of how I need to get off, it's like it has to be pretty intimate, or like I just know that like I'm not getting, like this isn't about me, this is about you kind of thing. And so if you ever faked an orgasm, like I'm thankful that you didn't, because you did have like, because of your past with people and not ever being able to being successful in having an orgasm with anybody else, I'm glad that like we took the time to like learn your body and see what you liked and what made you comfortable and this and that and the other, so that now we've never had that issue. But like faking an orgasm is crazy to me, because like how are you supposed to get better?
Well, for me, it was like one night stands that I would just fake orgasms, and I feel like it's kind of I guess it's the same but opposite, where it's like because I'm such a top that I wasn't focused on me having an orgasm anyway.
But why did you just not have an orgasm then?
Well, because they would fuck me.
Oh,
And so I was like, okay, let's get this done and over with. And then I would just fake an orgasm.
romance.
Yeah. Yeah.
Crazy.
I didn't have my first orgasm until I was about 21.
Isn't that crazy?
Sorry, masturbation.
Yeah, I didn't masturbate until I was 21.
Guys, I
So,
was 6.
I was 6 years old. The first time I
Yeah.
literally started, I'm not gonna say
Coming.
how. Okay, crazy. That was crazy.
I'll say it for you.
I think I was 7 years old.
Yeah, that's weird.
It was gross. Let's take that out.
But what I was gonna say before is the fact that like, because I didn't have an orgasm or know what it felt like or whatever until I was 21 years old, I wouldn't have no idea how to even fucking fake one, because I didn't know what it was like. So
So wait, you didn't even like hump things as a kid and get off?
no.
You didn't finger yourself?
I didn't finger myself either.
I didn't do that.
I
when
was humping things like a man.
I grow up. Yeah.
No,
Wow.
I know.
That's so
Crazy.
interesting.
Yeah,
I was like 8. So I was like
I think I was 7.
fucking child.
Yeah.
I was a late bloomer.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I remember like after I had my first orgasm, I was obsessed. I was like a chronic fucking serial masturbator.
Downstairs DJ.
Yeah.
I would literally, anytime I was alone, or if my mom's like, oh, I'm just running to the store and I knew I had like 7 minutes, I'm like, perfect. Like, no, I was obsessed. Like,
Yeah, I think I was like 7, and once I started, it was like I did the same. Like I didn't like touch myself. It was just
Yeah.
like it was like
Pounding everything.
yeah, it was like riding a pillow or something.
Yes, that was my go-to.
Yes, fucking sick. I feel like I should like start that up again. It was fucking sick, but like sorry,
No, it actually is the best. It
It's
feels
the
amazing.
best.
Yeah.
And I remember like I was also such like a lonely kid that like at night I loved being up at night. I don't know why, for that reason, obviously. And like I remember, the first time I had an orgasm, but I didn't know what it was because I didn't know anything about like, there was no sex education at that time, obviously, especially at that age. And I remember being like, oh my God, what was that? I want to feel that all the time. And then I would try every night, but like couldn't get every night. And then I think in grade like 7 or like 8, my friend at the time like taught me how to masturbate and was like, this is how you do it. And like, this is where this is. And I was like, I'll try tonight. And, like, did it.
Worked?
Loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Wow.
my God.
I don't think I successfully masturbated with my fingers until I was like 16 or 17, and I had 10 years of masturbation. And
Riding
just
pillows.
never-
Sorry about your pillows.
I wasn't just pillows. It was anything you could think of. I should tell my craziest masturbation stories, but we'll save that for another episode.
Okay,
because it's
love
actually
that.
fucking insane.
Love that. Sorry, mom and dad. Jesus Christ.
Okay, so for today's personal question segment, what advice would you give to people that struggle to be comfortable enough to orgasm with a partner, or just like being like open to even communicate with your partner about things like that?
I think, in my opinion, that like open communication is super important, obviously, and like it almost feels too simple to say that that's a thing that you should do, but it's so underdone. Like people just don't communicate what they like or what they want. I think it's obviously tough if you're with a selfish partner, but like standing up for what you like with your sexuality, I think is really important. And I think part of that is actually exploring it yourself. Like I don't think you need your partner I know that different partners are going to feel different ways about this, but I think being able to explore it on your own and explore what you like and what makes you feel good. It's, masturbation is like a very taboo thing to talk about usually, especially with women. I think that, there's not a lot of safe space for it.
Hence why I didn't masturbate till I was 21.
Exactly. You're a perfect example. And so being able to kind of like explore that and not be ashamed, it's something that we all kind of strive for, is feeling good. And I think, unless you're asexual, which is, of course, totally okay. I think most people should be doing that and taking the time and then communicating that to your partner.
Yeah.
I don't really know because I'm not your therapist. So
Great advice.
did you love
Kim.
that? That was so, I know.
I was like, okay, and then you went for it.
I went for it. I love you guys
that.
all. Go masturbate or hump a pillow.
I will go right now.
Let us know if you need any help.
Twist my arm.
Love you guys. Goodbye from Sir Fine, Sir Murphy, Lady Carl, and Lady Victoria.
Cheers, quiz.
Cheers, quiz. Cheers,
Nick's like, I'm not British.
I don't understand.
I don't know what the fuck that episode was, but I'm into it.